Hey Tim, congrats on your engagement. I didn't think you would get married ahead of me.
Thank you. Good luck to you too.
Shut up. Don't be rude to your sister. So, what's your fiancé like?
She is pretty and kind. I do have some concerns about her though.
Huh? What concern?
Well, I'll tell you about it next time.
Is that something you can't say right away?
It's not.
I haven't been able to see you for a while because you're always busy. I wanted to see you.
I'm sorry. I tried my best to find a way, but I'm so busy.
I see, you're in a tough spot. By the way, Mom baked brownies for you again. Also, your uncle has a wedding gift for you.
Really?
Don't you have time to go to Mom's house to pick it up? Otherwise, I'll have to bring it to you again.
I'm really busy at work these days. I would appreciate it if you could bring them to my house.
Well, if you ask me. Thank your big sister.
Thank you so much. You still have the key to my house, don't you?
Yes, I have it. I can unlock the door and leave it in the hallway, right?
Please do so. I think I'll be working overtime every day next week. I really appreciate it.
Okay. I know you're busy at work, but take care of yourself too. I hope I don't burn out before your wedding day.
I know. Well, thank you again.
Yep, talk to you later then. I'll bring the stuff to your house today.
What? Today? My room could be very messy.
That's just the way it always is, isn't it? I'll clean it up for you if I have time.
No, that's fine. You don't have to do that. You are doing me a big favor just by bringing them to my house.
Well, okay. Alright, I'll just unlock the door and leave the stuff there then. You deserve it. What? Who are you? How did you get my number? No way, you're Megan. Yeah. It's Tim's fiancé. I'm shocked that some random skank was in my fiancé's house without permission. I'm surprised that Tim is messing with an ugly girl like you. What are you talking about? I mean, you're way out of line to hit me all of a sudden. It's your fault for overreacting and losing consciousness. I had to call an ambulance. I really didn't want to do that because it would have caused a big scene. No, you're the one who hit me in the first place. I have a wedding coming up. Do you know how I feel finding out that he was cheating on me? I had to beat the hell out of you. This is a huge misunderstanding. I mean, aren't you going to apologize? What? An apology? I was beaten by you because you thought Tim was cheating on you, and I was taken to the emergency room. You did such a terrible thing and not a single apology to me? What a joke you are. You're the one who should apologize. The girl he was having an affair with deserved to be beaten. You and Tim are both to blame. You're overreacting for nothing. Don't play the victim. Just talk to Tim. By the way, I checked your phone and got this number while you were passed out. I saw that you were exchanging messages with Tim the whole time. Unbelievable. Did you look at my phone without permission? You're unbelievable. I was so angry that I punished him as well. What? Don't tell me you hit Tim too. How could I do that? How can a woman win over a man through physical strength? I decided to do some mental damage to him. What? What do you mean? You're creeping me out. After you were taken away in the ambulance, I made a mess in his house. I smashed all his dishes, TV, and furniture, and I left his room. Now he'll be sorry and won't do this again. You're the worst. Breaking things in someone's house is a crime. I mean, when you hit me, that was already a crime. You, Tim's secret girlfriend, how does it feel to be sent to the hospital by me? It's your fault for messing with someone else's man, so don't report anything. I am Tim's sister. What? Come on, I've been telling you to listen to me for a while. And I told you to talk to Tim. What? You're his sister? Huh? Really? Yeah, really. So I told you to talk to him. But I can't allow you to continue to act out of line any longer. That's enough. Why didn't you tell me at the start? Are you kidding me? Come to think of it, Tim may have mentioned that he has a sister. Is that also why you had the key to his house? Yes! He told me not to come to his house. I was shocked that he gave the keys to another girl. Have I done something bad? It's bad no matter what you think. You seem mortified to learn that I'm his sister. But when he hears that his dear sister was beaten by you, he is bound to be furious. I called him earlier and he was quite angry. What? Did you call Tim? Why did you do that? Why not? That's a given. You beat me up and put me in the hospital. Well, it would be a bad idea to tell Tim about it. What's bad is not what I told him. It's what you did. I'm sorry I hit you, but I was in a panic. You understand, right? I only had a key to his house to bring stuff to him. I didn't know you were going there. Besides, Tim told me that he told you not to go to his house. I was just cleaning his room for him. What brought you to his house in the first place? He said he's been busy with work lately and hasn't seen me at all, so I was worried. So you ignored his request, made a copy of the key, and entered his house without telling him? He said he didn't want to let you in because his room was too messy. Is that so? Besides, if you had seen text messages between him and I, you would know that. He really is too busy with work to even show up at my parents' house for a bit. So I went to his house to bring him stuff. He is really busy. How can you not trust your partner even before you get married? I didn't know that. You should have trusted him. So you're done. Done? What do you mean? Tim is also completely disgusted by your behavior. I'm also reporting this incident to the police. Tim wouldn't want to be with a woman like you. What? So, what about our wedding? Of course that would be called off, duh. Tim seems to have just got back to his house now. He's pretty shocked right about now. It was just, I was distraught at the time. I lost myself. My brother says you're a psycho and scary. He says he called the police, I'm sure he will file a damage report too. Tim called the police. Why would he do that? He won't answer my calls. Of course, that's because he's disgusted by you, right? And you even took the money that was in his house. Am I wrong? Well, I did it on an impulse, as a punishment to him. You're too much to handle. No, I'm not. You know the word jealousy, right? My boyfriend, my fiancé, had a random girl in his house. It's normal to think he was cheating on me. If I got into that situation, I'd ask the person who she is first. You literally just started beating the crap out of me. And you smashed his room. You're insane. We're both completely disgusted by you. Hey, you don't have to say that much. I was desperate. I was worried that Tim didn't like me anymore. Our wedding is coming up soon, so I wanted to make sure how he was feeling about me. Doesn't matter. What you did was way out of line. You should have had a proper talk with him, instead of sneaking into his house and beating up his sister. I guess so. Now I understand why Tim didn't want to tell me much about you. What do you mean? I think he sensed your psychopathic tendencies. I think he is terrified of your psycho jealousy and mental instability. Don't call me a psycho! Are you mocking me? I can't believe you made a copy of his house key and snuck into his room. And you just beat up a random woman you've never seen. Those actions are clearly not the behavior of a normal person. I was panicking. Oh, I see. Well, you can say whatever you want. This is no longer my concern. I'm not going to have any further contact with you after this. No, you're going to be my sister-in-law. Let's be friends from now on. What? Have you gone even crazier? I wasn't crazy from the beginning. Your initial impression of me was terrible, but trust me, I will get better. So let's be good friends from now on. That's not possible. My first impression of you was beyond just bad. You're just a violent criminal. Criminal? What do you mean? I'm going to be your sister-in-law, okay? Don't you think you should be a little more gentle with me? Yeah, I don't think you will be my sister-in-law. Huh? I didn't want this to come out of me. But I don't think Tim has any intentions of marrying you anymore. Are you kidding me? That can't be true. We're getting married. You got engaged to him only because you decided to do so on your own and reported it to your employer. And you forced him to meet your parents. So it seems Tim just gave up because he felt he had no choice. But this whole mayhem seems to have made him rethink too. Who told you that? Tim didn't say that, did he? Who else do you think is there? Why did Tim tell you that? Why hasn't he contacted me? Are you guys dating? Oh, come on, don't be crazy. Tim and I are sister and brother. You should at least admit a little that you're crazy. No matter how impatient you were to get married, this is too much. I love him so much I can't help it, can I? Don't use love as an excuse. Let me just be clear. What you do is simply too much for anyone. Both Tim and I are filing a police report. I hope they give you the proper punishment. What? Really? Wait, don't do that. I mean, let me talk to Tim. You go tell him that. I don't want anything to do with a pathologically jealous psycho like you. Your loved one ran away from you because he found out you were psycho. It's your own fault. You should reflect well and pay for your sins. Their wedding was called off and their engagement was cancelled. Megan had seriously injured Tim's sister Carly. And when the police filed a damage report, Megan was arrested. In addition, Megan was sued for ruining Tim's house. And she finally understood he had absolutely no intention of getting back together with her. That made Megan even more despaired. Of course, she was made to pay for all his property that she had broken. And Megan's parents were furious when they heard what had happened. She was cut off from them as well. In the end, Tim didn't have to marry a crazy psycho woman. He credits this to his sister Carly. Also, Carly could stop him from marrying some crazy woman. She's also happy to save her family. Carly is hoping to meet a nice guy and get married. But so far, there are no signs of that at all, which is a shame.
Hey, Emmy, what's going on?
Hey bro, what's up?
Oh, nothing much, just hanging out, you know? So what are you up to?
Just working on a painting. I have speech therapy after that.
Oh yeah? Good, that's really cool. I'm so glad you're finally getting some help for the stutter. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, well, thanks. You're going to make me blush. You know I don't do well with praise.
Well, maybe I can distract you then with some really freaking crazy news.
Good, I hope.
Oh yeah, like the best news of my entire life. The best news of all time. News that will blow your freaking mind wide open.
Okay, what is it? I hate when you do this, all the lead up.
Well, Sloan and I are getting married. What? Get out! That's right. I just proposed a few hours ago. Got on my one knee in front of the stables at Arapahoe Park.
Oh, well, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. It's awesome, isn't it? She's awesome. Everything's awesome.
It must have been really romantic proposing with the smell of horse crap in the air and all.
Nah, it was great. Sloan is a country girl. She loves the smell of manure.
Well, it does have a certain down-home, folky charm, I guess.
Yeah, it's great. In fact, we talked about maybe having the wedding there.
Oh boy, that would be interesting. The catering would be unique, I'm sure.
Yeah, but they couldn't take us at such short notice.
Short notice? You already set a date?
Yeah, this Sunday.
This Sunday, Dean?
Well, yeah, she wanted to get it done as soon as possible.
But why? What's the rush? What's the rush in any of this?
I don't know. Maybe because she loves me?
Dean, you've been together for like a month.
3 months, not 1. 3.
Okay, 3 months. Yeesh.
And so what? What does that have to do with anything anyway?
Well, typically you want to know someone a little longer before you jump into such a major commitment.
We know each other very, very well, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I don't need to know any further.
Well, you'll be supportive of us, right?
Of course I will, Dean. You're my brother and I love you, and I've liked Sloan. I mean, the 2 times we've met. But have you told Mom and Dad?
Well, not exactly yet, but I'm sure they'll be cool with it.
Oh, you are you?
Well, yeah, they support me.
And some would say a wee bit too much. Well, you can be thankful about that. They haven't liked any of my boyfriends. Wait, so where are you going to have it then?
Well, we were hoping that, you see, you have that really big backyard and all.
Oh, wait a minute. You want to have it here?
Well, I mean, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, it would only be like 15 people.
Oh, well, okay, maybe.
Maybe 25, 30, let's just say 50 and call it a day, huh?
50 people?
Give or take, maybe.
So what do you expect to feed these people?
Well, we couldn't find a caterer at such short notice either, so Mom and the aunts are going to cook.
In my kitchen?
Well, some of it. And you have that nice big kitchen anyway.
Okay.
And do you think you could help?
Help cook? I don't know, Dean. I'm not really much of a cook.
Oh, come on, you can at least help out.
Okay, well, groom, I am at your bidding. You only get married once, right?
I guess make sure the house is clean. In the bathrooms.
Oh, right, the bathrooms. They'll be using my bathrooms.
Well, yeah, unless you want them to use the garden.
Right, no, I wouldn't want that.
And with the amount of booze we're going to be serving there, there'll be plenty of people in and out of there, believe me.
Cool. I'll be sure to put out the special soaps.
Awesome, that would be great, sis.
Why don't you just rent some porta-johns or something?
Would you really rather have those in your backyard?
Very good point. The point of the century. Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Let me think. I don't think so. Not right now. Like I said, this has all just kind of happened.
Yeah, it kind of seems like there was no planning whatsoever.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sloane's maid of honor, Manya, is deaf and needs an interpreter.
Wait, what?
She's deaf and needs an interpreter.
Well, how am I supposed to do that? I don't know how to do that. Well, why can't you just do it?
Oh, come on, Amy. You don't think I have time for that right now, do you, with everything else going on? I just got engaged, after all.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
Well, it's Sloane's fault, actually. The whole thing was her idea, really.
What do you mean? You said that you proposed in front of the horse poop.
Well, she's been kind of pressuring me into it lately.
Oh, really? Has she now?
Yeah, she just really wants to get married. She hears that biological clock ticking, you know? What am I talking about? Of course you know.
She's like 24, isn't she?
No, she's not 24. She's 23.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case...
What? What's your problem? What's the big deal?
But why does she want to rush the ceremony? That cockamamie reason still doesn't explain that.
She's just excited, like I said.
It wouldn't have anything to do with that new contract you just signed.
Well, why would it have anything to do with that?
Money? You're kind of a genius software developer, Dean, if you hadn't noticed. You may be totally clueless and naive about relationships, but I'll give you that.
So you're saying she's just marrying me for the money? I haven't even gotten any of it yet.
But you will be soon, right? And I bet you guys will conveniently not have time to sign a prenup, right?
I'm just going to ignore that second part for right now, Emmy. And yeah, I'll get some of that money soon, then I can pay you back.
Pay me back for what?
Well, the food, the sign language interpreter.
Whoa. Stop the clock. First, I have to find an interpreter, and now I have to pay them too?
Well, yeah, I told you, we're flat broke right now, but I said I'll pay you back, okay? Alright, listen, thanks, sis, I love you so much. I gotta go. We're going to call her parents now. They're on holiday in the south of France.
Okay, great. Well, love you too, Dean. Hey, Mom, how's it going? Oh, honey, I'm a mess. He's your son. You tell me what he's thinking. Oh, yeah, like I could ever possibly know that. That boy's a mystery, even to me. Even to himself, probably. Now that's a given. He said that you and Dad really like Sloane. I mean, she seems fine. I've met her twice, I think. No, dear, Sloane is most assuredly not fine. In fact, she's a total vampire. What do you mean by vampire? I mean, she did seem rather pale. Well, yes, she is, but I mean a financial vampire. You do know that's what all of this is about, don't you? Well, yeah, I mean, I just assumed as much, with his new app finally being developed and all. And of course, there will be no prenup. Of course not, he's in love, but I don't understand. I thought her parents had money. Why would she be so obsessed with making sure she got her hands on his? I guess because she wants more. She has to feed the monkey, I suppose. And who knows what her relationship with her parents is like? If she acts the same way she does around them that she does around me, I wouldn't be surprised if they'd cut her off a long time ago. Well, I don't know what we can do about it now. You know how stubborn he is. And it's not like he got much attention from the girls in high school. Now that he's doing okay for himself, he's a mark. You know what I mean? Yes, I do. Always vulnerable to a pretty face, just like his father. Well, of course. but I seriously have no idea how I'm going to get an interpreter by Sunday. Still no luck with finding anyone? Did you try that association I told you about, or charity? I called them both. They had no one available on such short notice. I guess there's a Comic-Con this weekend too, and a Celtic festival. They can sign in Irish? Well, I guess so. I don't know. We should go tonight and check it out. Maybe beg one to come on Sunday. Well, I could use a pint of Guinness or 3. Wait, what about that service that does it? The one your sister told you about? Everyone there is out with COVID, and they only have one person working, and they'll be doing a Buddhist retreat all day. A weekend of silent meditation. Well, if it's silent, why do they need a sign language interpreter? I don't know, Mom. I don't know what to do. We'll keep looking. We'll find someone. This maid of honor of hers, Manya, she's coming into town tomorrow afternoon. They're expecting me to have someone by then. Well, doesn't Sloane know any sign language? Her maid of honor is deaf, for crying out loud. Bad pun, Mom. Very inappropriate. Oh, I didn't even mean it. It was an inadvertent pun. Well, nevertheless, if I don't find somebody soon, it sounds like I'm going to have a bridezilla on my hands. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Please, let's not play this game. Just tell me. Do you remember your father talking about his old friend Otto, the fishmonger? Dad had a friend who's a fishmonger? Yeah, they went to high school together. He's a really nice guy, kind of has an odor about him on occasion, though. Oh, lovely. Well, anyway, his brother is deaf. I think it's hearing impaired, Mom. Hearing impaired, I'm sorry. So you think this fishmonger guy could sign a whole wedding ceremony by himself? Otto, yes, and I don't see why not. Would you like his number? Of course I would. What other choice do I have? Okay then, but I have to warn you, Otto is a bit of a cynic. He can be a little rough around the edges. A cynical sign language interpreter who's rough around the edges. You know what? From this situation, I expect nothing less. Hi, is this Otto?
Yeah, who the hell is this?
Oh, hi, Otto. This is Emmy, Phil's son.
Oh, old Philly cheesesteak. How's he doing?
Philly cheesesteak?
Your old man never told you that that's what his nickname was back in the day?
No. Why was that?
'Cause the boy had a really skinny neck, and one summer he fell asleep at the community pool and got a burn, and his neck looked like a damn toasted Philly cheesesteak bun. So, henceforth, Phil was Philly cheesesteak.
Well, that's marvelous. I can see why he never told me that one.
Nah, it's all in good fun. Your pops is a good dude.
So what was your nickname?
Oinkle.
Oinkle?
Oinkle. But I ain't telling you why.
Okay, well then.
So you're Cheesesteak's daughter, huh?
Yep, that's me.
Well, hell, I haven't seen you since you were a little kid. How old are you now?
I'm 32.
Well, holy Lord almighty, where does the time go? Sheesh, that makes me wonder, how the hell old am I now anyway?
Well, you went to high school with Dad, and he's 62, so somewhere in that range, I imagine.
Oh, right. I remember something about that. So how you doing, kid? What can I do for you? Is Cheesesteak alright? You ain't texting to invite me to his funeral, are you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Actually, his son is getting married.
What? Well, he was just a baby a few years ago.
Yeah, well, he kinda still is.
So you're inciting me to the wedding, is that it?
Well, in a manner of speaking, we were wondering if we could use your help with something there.
At the wedding? Huh, well, I ain't much of a wedding singer, if that's what you're asking.
No, you see, my brother's bridesmaid of honor is hearing impaired.
Huh?
Deaf. You might know it as deaf.
I'm just kidding you, kid. Of course I know what hearing impaired means. I am hearing impaired.
Oh, great. Well, not that you're hearing impaired.
You know my brother was too, but I mean all the way. Man, couldn't hear a firecracker next to his ear. And believe me, we all tried it out at least 2 or 3 times at every 4th of July.
Cool. Well, you see, the thing is, all of this was kind of last minute, and I know this is short notice, but do you think you could come and interpret the ceremony for her on Sunday?
Oh, well, Sunday.
Why? Do you have something else going on?
Well, no, it ain't that. It's just I'm a little rusty on my sign language, you see.
Oh, you haven't seen your brother in a while?
Well, I'll say he died in 1985.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yep, September 7th, 1985. Brutally hot day. Brutally.
Uh-huh.
Yep, was walking home drunk by the train tracks, didn't hear the thing coming. Pow!
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, serves the old fool right, eh?
I don't know about that.
Well, anyway, life goes on. People die, people are born, people get divorced, people get married. It's a happy occasion, so let's celebrate.
So you'll do it?
Well, sure. It'll be good to catch up with old cheesesteak anyway, and I'm sure the singing will come back to me. Bet it's just like riding a bike. Dang, what's the sign for bicycle again?
Oh boy.
Oh, we, did discuss payment, however.
Free food and beer?
That'll do her.
Well, hello there, sister-in-law. Oh, hi there, Sloane. I didn't expect to hear from you so soon after the wedding. You know, considering the limo just drove away. Everything okay? Well, maybe it would have been okay if you hadn't ruined my wedding. I ruined your wedding? I thought it went off without a hitch, Sloane. No, it did not. You and that crazy old sign language interpreter. Otto, what did he do? You were aware that Manya brought her deaf mom and grandparents with her, were you not? Well, yeah, they were up front being signed to by Otto the entire time. Oh, sure, if you would call that signing. What do you mean? Oh, you didn't see them sitting there cringing the entire time, making faces, blushing? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was kind of paying attention to you, I guess. Maybe you did seem a little distracted yourself, though. Well, how could I not be? My maid of honor was behind me, kicking me the entire time. So, are you going to tell me the problem? Well, apparently he can sign about as well as I can speak Russian, first of all. What, he can't sign? Yes, he can sign, but the only signs he knows are apparently dirty jokes and limericks. He just told them dirty jokes the entire time? Yes, and apparently the filthiest jokes known to mankind. And they're such polite people that they just sat there and took it. Oh, okay, I was wondering what the old guy was laughing at. Oh, so this is some kind of joke to you, Ellie? My name is Emmy. Oh, who cares what your name is? You ruined the biggest day of my life. Well, maybe you should have found your own interpreter then, Sloane. And it must not have been that ruined. You got what you wanted out of it. Oh, now what is that supposed to mean? Come on, Sloane. We all know what this is about. Oh, and what is that? Please enlighten me. Money, of course. We know this is all seat of your pants because you were avoiding a prenup. Well, that is just preposterous. I'm telling your brother that you said that right now. Go ahead. We all already told him anyway. I thought you were a sensitive person. I thought you'd actually find someone that would help these people, not sexually harass them. Wait, he sexually harassed them too? Well, what do you call trapping them there with filthy limericks? Oh, yeah, well, I guess so. Well, look, I did my best. Sorry. Well, I just thought you'd be kind and understanding to people with handicaps, considering you have one too. Wait, you're talking about my stutter? Yes, and I've been very patient with having a mumble mouth for a future sister-in-law now, have I? Hello? Are you still there? Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just taking a screenshot of that despicable text you just sent me and sending it to everyone I know. Well, why would you do that? Who all did you send it to? I just heard a ding. Yeah, that must have been my brother's phone. Is he reading it yet? Yes. He is. And what is he doing? He's staring directly through my soul. Oh, come on, Sloane. What soul? Wait, do I see the limo up there stopping? Is Dean getting out of the limo? Sloane? Hello? The next day at 8 a.m., as soon as the doors opened, Dean was at the courthouse to get the marriage annulled. He was secretly beginning to get cold feet anyway and only went through with it out of fear of Sloane. He repaired his relationship with Emmy and became much more picky with his dates from then on. Emmy and her parents had Otto over for dinner, where they learned that, in fact, he thought he was signing correctly during the entire ceremony. It was quite a shock to him to learn that, after all these years, the only actual signs his brother had taught him were dirty jokes and limericks.